It's been 2 years since I moved to Ghana, and in this video, I'm going to share with you guys if I feel like I made the wrong decision or the right decision, all the things I've been able to accomplish, and all the challenges within that 2 years. So let's jump into it. If you're new here, my name is Sari, and I relocated to Ghana in the year 2021 May, and that's why I'm making this video. It's been almost 2 years, and if you've not subscribed to the channel already, kindly do so. It helps a lot. Thank you. So I arrived in Ghana in May 2021, and my house was in the finishing stages, so I wanted to be here for that. And I stayed at East Legon for 5 months. I was in a hotel, and I was basically coming here, about twice a week, coming to the house to check on things, and also handpicking the finishing product. And that whole process lasted for 5 months instead of 3. I got here in May, and I expected the entire project to be done in July, and it did, but there were some few stuff like cleaning and some delays, so additional 2 months came in, and I didn't move in until somewhere in October, I believe. I moved into the house. So let's jump into it. So within my first week, what we did was we went to talk to the family with regards to my farmland issues, and we wanted to make sure that they were not trying to play us. Bismarck and I and my driver, we went there to talk to them and basically to understand where they are coming from, to explain to us this family issue that they are having, and basically we were trying to have them arrested if that was not the case. They were able to show us documents and even invited us to the court, and then we know that they are actually in court, so we just gotta wait on that. So that's the first thing I did when I came here, other than the house. The second thing I did was there's a lawn behind my house where I'm farming now, and the view from my balcony is just so amazing. So just like Drake, I said, if somebody comes and buy this land and put up 2-story building, I'll be essentially screwed. So I was looking for, Red Row to just make sure that nobody has bought the land yet. And in fact, they had just sold the land. So I made them give that person a different location because that person was not done registering it yet. They were just about to sell it. So I just had to pay a little extra. And my mom told me that, my little brother also have to buy land in Ghana. It's mandatory. So I ended up giving the land to my brother. He paid for it. So I bought the land behind me where I'm farming right now. That land belongs to my little brother. And that's one thing I did. It was within my first month in Ghana, I did that. So we were going shopping, picking lights and all that stuff for the house. And in the interim, I was having a lot of fun because I was grinding in America so hard, trading the stock market. I was all in, and COVID and all that stuff, a lot of stuff were like, kind of like closed. So coming to Ghana with, less restrictions. I remember I had to work out with my mask on. So when I came to Ghana, I was going to Pulse Fitness to work out, and I didn't have to put my mask on. I was so happy. All the restaurants, you don't have to put your mask on, and it was amazing. So I went all in. I was really having fun almost every day. God, my expenses was so high. I mean, it was more than it was in New York. I was spending way more in Ghana than I was spending in New York because I was at a hotel. I wasn't cooking. Breakfast was included. I stayed at that hotel for 5 months, and I basically ate out every day at the hotel and outside. And this one is not cheap, my friend. So I was spending a lot of money. However, the house got completed, and then I moved in. Another thing I did was I knew that I was going to install solar all along. So we have an electrical room just for that. I thought we did the wiring work already, but unfortunately we didn't. So I went through the solar process. We put together the design for the solar, made a payment while I was in Ghana, and then we got the solar sorted out. That's another thing I did as well. Then I moved in. So I moved in, bought all my furnitures and all that stuff. Bismarck helped me out with most of the stuff, taking me to places, and then I'm picking and choosing with his help. So furniture was done and everything. The house was fully furnished. I moved in. My wife came to visit while I was at the hotel. She had an amazing time. And then when I moved in, she came to visit again. And we enjoyed ourselves. And she was gonna move eventually, but I'm a man and I try to deal with most of their hardness. That's what you have to be strong for your woman. So that's what I did. I came down here to try to make everything so smooth for her, so she doesn't have to go through what I went through, and make sure we get a car. Oh, another thing I did was while I was at a hotel, I purchased a car from a politician because she was in a dire situation. I made a whole video about that, and I wanted to buy RAV4, as I mentioned in the video, but this car was a great deal and I just had to take it. So I bought a car as well. And I think I bought a car in August 2021. So far I've visited my farmland to make sure that everything is going as planned. I purchased the land behind me for my little brother. I purchased a car, and I furnished the house and got solar power. So far, that's what we've done so far. And I moved in October 2021, 5 months after landing in Ghana, and I was here in the suburbs. And God, that was something new, because living in East Legon, I did not even know I was in Ghana. To be honest with you, I knew I was in Ghana, but I did not feel like I was in Ghana. There was no change of lifestyle. I lived in New York City, coming to East Legon, where I was just out all the time and just chilling, going to the gym. Nothing changed. I loved it. I moved in here. Now I really love it. But in the beginning, it was not easy, guys, because it's totally different. Out of nowhere. I lived in Virginia before, so I didn't go crazy, and I was here by myself. My house help wasn't here. It was just me. I was trying to find somebody who is trustworthy to come and live with me, but it takes time. In Ghana, you got to be careful who you bring into your home, right? So I had to take my time, and I was living in this big house by myself. And I bought 2 dogs, Hope and Samson, my German Shepherds. If you guys seen in my videos, sometimes they come to bother me when I'm outside. And God, they were shitting everywhere, and I wanted to give them away. That was stressful. That was very stressful. Moving into this house the first month, it was not a joke. But I got a dog trainer, and my driver was coming around to help me out, and I got to find out restaurants and stuff around. And now I really love it here, that when I go to Accra, I'm trying to come back here. So it's all about like reprogramming yourself. I just want to be really raw with you guys, what I went through, what you can expect to go through. So while I was here, I think within 2 months, I identified a car wash that I've been sharing on this video, and I purchased that car wash with a property. So that's another thing that I did in Ghana. I also bought a land for Acadian Limited, which is a company that Bismarck and I own. So I identified land, I went through the transaction, I bought it. Bismarck and I designed, which is a house that is for sale on there, and got a permit for it. Within this time frame, that was handled. I also designed a minimal concept, brainstorm, plan it out, let Bismarck have it, and then we got a permit, and I was able to get my permit as well. I got a permit on that minimal. I've been in Ghana for almost 2 years now, because I'm recording this video right now during I think today is the 24th of March. So it hasn't been 2 years yet, but it's almost 2 years. And I visited America twice to see my wife, and she visited me 3 times. What I'll tell you guys though is I really felt really comfortable here in this house, and being in the suburbs, and just having a lot of calm vibes, silence, and just living the lifestyle. I was used to it. I loved it. But when I go to New York and I come back, I felt like I'm starting all over again. And I did that twice, and I said no. I'm kind of America off for maybe 5 years. I just want to be here and really like immerse myself, because I just moved, and whenever I go, it's like I haven't moved yet. When I come back, it's like I just moved again. So I think that was a big mistake, and I had to put a stop to it. So my wife and I think we went 4 months without seeing each other, and that's been the longest since we've been together. So that was not easy, but she joined me, and everything has been smooth for her, just like what we planned all along. And I didn't want her to go through all I was going through with her, just setting up the house. So my wife joined me. That's way later on though. My wife joined me about 4 months ago. At the end of October, she joined me in Ghana permanently. And she'll be going back to America to visit from time to time. But me, I'm not going for at least 5 years. So I renovated the car wash, as I've been sharing on this video. I put money into it, renovated the car wash. I was ready to start operation, and then I got court issue, and that's almost over. I promise you guys, when it is, I am going to break everything down to you guys, what you can learn from it, because I don't want to talk too much about it, because they could sign me for contempt, and just not worth it. So when it's over, I'm going to break everything down to you guys, because there is a lot of key takeaways you guys can learn to protect yourself, right? I cannot wait to share that with you guys, but it's almost over, so stay tuned on that. So yeah, I ended up in court, and basically that car wash has been on hold since almost a year now. But the court is moving fast. What I can tell you is, like, the law works in Ghana. You gotta know what you are doing before you buy land, and the law works. Okay, that's all I gotta tell you guys. Basically, that's about it. I initiated another purchase of land for a friend of mine, and that was handled as well. I started a YouTube channel, as you guys can see, and that's been going well as well. Acadian Limited, which is a company I own with Bismarck, we registered that company in 2020, but it became really active this year, 2023. We started, actually working actively on that, and that's been amazing. I probably left something out, but it's been 2 years, less than 2 years actually. I feel like I've accomplished way more than I've done in my entire life. Really, I felt like I wasn't doing everything I wanted to do because I had planned everything out before I came, and I had some roadblocks, with regards to this, lawsuit and the market crashing as well. The stock market crashing really was not easy for me. Just scripting this video, just putting down like the stuff that I've done in the 2 years, I got a whole different perspective. I got a whole different perspective on the stuff that I've been able to accomplish in less than 2 years in Ghana, and I'm fascinated by what I've been able to do in less than 2 years. I did not. I don't think about stuff like that. Sometimes I'm too hard on myself. I feel like I haven't performed to the level that I wanted to perform at. But by just going through what I've been able to do, I think I should be proud of myself for that. And so that's it. It's been 2 years. So do I think that I made the right decision or the wrong decision? I mean, you be the judge. I cannot complain. I've had some challenges, but overall, my life is much, much better. I love living in the house that I live in now. I could see the potential of the businesses that I've already started up, and Acadian Limited is already doing very well, generating cash flow. It's more of a service business, so it's not as capital intensive as the minimum and all this stuff. That one is just skills and marketing and just knowing what you're doing and working with the right people and getting the message across. So that's been amazing. Acadian Limited has been amazing, kept me really busy. And what I do want to tell you guys is that everything happens for a reason, because this guy took me to court, and because of that, I had a lot of free time to kind of like orchestrate how I'm going to take Acadian to the next level, and it's been a game changer. So I actually want to say thank that guy for taking me to court, because I was all in on this project, and I didn't really, my energy was kind of like divided. But now I have really planned out what direction we are going with Acadian, and also the minimal project was already thought out. So when it comes to more of a construction kind of thing and getting capital to do it, that's the only thing. So I'm super grateful for my life here and how everything is going. And thank you so much to you guys on YouTube. That's something I did out of boredom as well, and that's been fabulous, and I could see where this is going as well. I do want to keep sharing raw, authentic message with you guys, unfiltered. I think this concludes my 2 years in Ghana, less than 2 years in Ghana. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey, and the sky is the limit. I could see what this is turning into, and I'm going to be on YouTube, so you guys will keep seeing my progress in Ghana, and it's been awesome, guys. I do not regret the decision at all. Yes, I've had some challenges, but I do not regret it at all. Everything does happen for a reason. It's always been that way, looking backwards. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, kindly do so. Like the video, as it helps with the algorithm. Comment, let me know what you think, and until next time, my friends, be legendary. Peace.